These kids are asking for lunch. Oh my gosh, it's so hot out. When are we going to go to the pool? What is the optimal time? Does the baby need to take a nap before we go to the pool, or should I just skip the nap? Is that going to be a nightmare?
At ease, Katie.
Read the book, read the book, read the book.
At ease.
Life as a mom, entrepreneur, wife, friend, and human is a lot. Join me, Katie Jacobs.
And me, Brandy Chandler, every Thursday as we have unfiltered, hilarious, and relatable conversations about the ups, the downs, and the chaos of it all.
Pour a glass and pull up a seat.
Because you're always welcome at our table. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Brandy.
You relaxing?
No, not fucking relaxed.
Y'all, we have had the roughest start. This is literally like our 5th try to get everything to work today, and it's not happening.
And I'm leaving town tomorrow, and I'm anxious as shit. I have to get dog food, pick up a prescription.
I have a CBD. You want one?
No, my mom
gave
me, she thought she was buying magnesium, and she was buying a highly potent CBD. She tried to give it to me last night as magnesium. I was like, Mom, this is highly potent CBD. And then she said, okay, I'll take it back.
I need that. Never mind. My bangs are going wonk.
Y'all, can we just, this episode's about relaxed women. There is not 1 ounce of us today that is relaxed at all. Not 1 atom of my being.
No, you're not. I'm trying to pull relaxed. You're pulling me in.
I'm so sorry. Hey.
Happens all the time.
All right.
Welcome to She Did What?
Welcome. Y'all know how it is. You've had that friend come to dinner who you can just tell is like, you're like, pour her a tequila rocks because she is not good right now.
One after another after another.
There's an episode of a show like, and she's like, if you see my glass get half full, just come top it up. This is about a post that you saw. Can you talk about the post, and then we're going to expand the conversation?
Yeah. So I saw this on Instagram quite a while ago, and it really stood out to me. I was not able to 100% make up my mind as to what I thought about it, which is odd for me because normally I'm like immediately know whether I'm for something or not for something. And then it kept popping up through different venues. And every time I would almost have a new thought and a new take on it, which was interesting. And it just, then other things like other podcasts and all kind of started hinting and tying in.
Brandy, that's called going viral.
Well, just
viral.
Just the relaxed woman concept.
Okay. They started grabbing on.
Yeah. Like different people started talking about being a relaxed woman. Like I was just listening to a Wiser Than Me with Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie
Raitt, yeah. And she said, where did she say? I have a lot of notes here. She said at 72, talking about how long and how hard she's worked, that she's earned the right to be relaxed now. And I was like, do you have to earn it? Can you not have it before then? And so just things like this kept popping up and making me go back to this post. And I thought it was really interesting.
Will you read it for us?
I'll read you some of it because it's long, and we'll link to it so you can have the full
It'll
thing.
be linked in show notes so you can see the whole post.
Yes. Growing up, I never knew a relaxed woman. Successful women, yes. Productive women, plenty. Anxious and afraid and apologetic women, heaps of them. I know strong women, kind, brave, creative, courageous, compassionate, athletic, adventurous, academic. I know women who spend their lives hiding and women who long to be seen. I know women who beat themselves up and women who tear themselves down. I know women who are hurting and women who are healing. I know women who are fierce and women who are gentle, but relaxed women, at ease women, women who don't measure their self-worth by their productivity, women who prioritize rest and pleasure and play, women who aren't afraid to take up space in the world, women who give themselves unconditional permission to relax without guilt, without apology, without feeling like they need to earn it. I'm not sure I've ever met a woman like that, but I decided that I wanted to become one.
We've read this now 5 times, and it took that pass at you reading it. Something really stuck out to me in this one. And I see why you weren't able to make a strong determination on it. Because every time you've read it, I've had a very different emotion.
Yeah.
Last time you read it, I got really pissed.
Thanks.
This time, something really stuck out to me. Women who are hurting and women who are healing. The only point in this where I thought, and each person, each woman you named, I could think of a friend, right? I have each one of these friends. And healing and hurting, I think that's the only place where I could see somewhat of a difference in a more relaxed woman. I think women who are hurting are seeking productivity, seeking something, maybe not productivity, but seeking something, but they're not relaxed. And I think maybe women who are healing are able to relax a bit more because they're on the other side of that journey of the hurt. They're on the healing side and they're able to give themselves permission, whatever that looks like. And productivity is the wrong word. I use the wrong word there, but they're able to give themselves the freedom to relax a little into their lifestyle.
I think that is those hurting and healing. That is definitely a turning point, I think, where the relaxation of your entire being can change once you're on the healing side of that spectrum.
And then she goes on to ask the question, what would a relaxed woman mean to me? And she has like a whole
Yes, this is much longer.
This is a person who has like made this her life's work. She has like a website, the whole shebang.
So she's a psychologist from England, Nicola Jane Hobbs. Kind of neat website. I checked it out.
I did too. I liked it.
I was into it.
She asked, how would she act? How would she speak? How would she move? What would she wear? What kind of work would she do? What would she eat? How would she spend her days? And what would she dedicate her life to? I think a lot of us in this sort of, midlife crisis era, this like...
Me?
Who, me?
Not me.
Quit my job, move, start over. I think a lot of us who are going through this questioning that we've spoken about many times on this podcast before are asking these sorts of questions. I think we're asking ourselves, like, am I in the right place? Is this truly where I'm finding joy and happiness? And, when we talked about the B word in episode 1, is this, instead of finding that or seeking that, is this where I'm finding joy in my days?
Oh, this is good. I don't know where this should fit in, but the day after I started the document for us to record this episode, a friend sent me this Chinese proverb. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are.
Oh, I like that.
And that kind of goes
I had to
towards
think
that
about it because I also had a proverb. I thought you were going to read mine. JJ said this to me like a week ago because in the wake of my dad's passing, I've had a lot of anxiety and a lot of it is having to do with the way life has changed for us. My mom is moving in with us. We have some big life changes happening. A lot of worries, right? He said, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. And if you're at peace, you're living in the present. And that's I'm going to really screw this up. Lao Tzu quote.
That sounds good.
So maybe being able to be relaxed and at peace is being in the present. And I actually saw a mom posting about, it's one of my friends who is like, go, 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 go. She's really successful, 3 young kids. She's younger than us. And she was posting about all the emails she was getting and all the stuff going on. And she just wanted a second to like ride the train at the mall with her daughter. And I related and I related to that so much that she just needed that moment. And sometimes it's just even being present to ride the train with your kid for 10 minutes feels like a big
impossible
ask if you are go, 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 hyper productive, have a lot hitting you all at once. I need a nap.
I know. It's a lot to take in. And I think that's why I couldn't make up my mind. And every time I think about it, I'm in a different place. So that's why my thoughts are different on the whole concept and all the things she said. But I think it's something really good to ponder.
I also think if you are someone who struggles to relax, you might get a little defensive about this post. Like at one point I got a little defensive, and I think that's natural. If you're like, oh, I feel that deeply, I'm going to push against it.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to talk out of both sides of your mouth. Oh, be a relaxed woman, do this, do that. Well, okay, easy for you to say, I've got 900 problems on any given day I'm triaging and solving. I've got, 3 children, I've got all the, the stress of all this other stuff, from my dad's passing. It's like, I feel like the walls are closing in on me. Like, I don't know how to relax right now,
Well, and you feel like if you're relaxed, you're letting balls drop that are very important balls.
Yes. I actually, so yes, but I also think some of those balls aren't as important as you make them in your head.
Yeah.
And JJ is my husband. He likes to remind me of this. He will go through this like thought process of like, okay, so if you forget it, like, okay, if I'm packing and I forget my swim cover up, what's the worst thing that happens? Well, I run out, and when I get to our destination, because we're going on vacation tomorrow, I go grab a swim cover up, or I borrow one of his t-shirts. Like,
I was going to say, or just wear his t-shirt.
It's just not that big of a deal. But when you kind of get in that headspace of being so just like a tornado of emotion and fear and anxiety and worry, you everything feels like a big deal when it's not.
And I don't know if you're like this, but no one can talk me down except myself.
No, I'm not like that.
Oh, JJ can talk you down?
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I think I have a lot of
fight
people.
it so hard.
Really? Josh can't talk you off the ledge?
Nope.
Really?
Maybe sometimes, but most of the time.
So how?
I am on the ledge, Katie. I'm committed to the ledge.
You're committed to the jump. So what do you do? What's your self-talk to talk yourself off of it?
Normally just time. I just need a minute.
Like a minute or like an hour or a day?
It depends.
I want your tools. Give me the tools for my toolbox, Brandy. Why are you gatekeeping?
Look, I am not advising here. I am like, we should think about this. This is great. I should really start doing this stuff.
Okay, fair. All right.
Okay. So this got me thinking, and we've talked about this thing before. How reliable are our memories from childhood? I don't know.
What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea?
Because have I known relaxed women? At first, my answer was no. And then a couple of months later, I was like, my grandmas were really relaxed.
Because they were retired.
They were retired.
They didn't have small children.
They didn't work. But they would like visit with people for like 8 hours of the day. And that is not an exaggeration. Like someone would come over in the morning.
The old Montana
They would go to lunch. They would go to dinner. And grandma's not doing the laundry and cleaning. And let me just finish this. I mean, she is just sitting and visiting.
I love
So
the visit.
they were relaxed.
But also, let's think of the other side of that. She probably wasn't waking up at 5 to work out and had 80 dirty socks around her house and had to go throw all that in the wash and get a load of wash going because in 5 minutes there's going to be another turn of the laundry and, 5 people eating dinner last night that she's got to clean up. It's a slower pace. And I'm not trying to say like she wasn't relaxed. I'm sure they were the most relaxed ever, but it's like grandma got up, put on one outfit, took her hair out of her curlers, made her cup of coffee. It wasn't like she had the life that we have right now.
Yeah.
And the pace we all go at. And even our young listeners, going from, if you're in high school, going from volleyball practice to, swim to, go to school. It's like, that's, you're go, 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 go. You've got a lot of outfit changes. You need to eat and fuel your body. That creates a mess. Someone has to clean it up. Like, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's important to recognize, did we have any examples of relaxed women?
I mean,
or no?
We have a running joke. My mom does not sit down. I've never like really seen my mom. I just can't even think of her. Like she just was always doing something.
So is it possible to be a relaxed mom? Like active mom years relaxed?
I don't know. I think it's very difficult.
Is it possible to be like the things she listed, strong, creative, powerful, successful, and relaxed?
I don't know anyone who fits that mold.
I know some men do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
My husband seems kind of relaxed.
Yeah, he seems very relaxed.
Yeah. Yin and yang. Like yesterday, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm having my cup of coffee. And I was like, okay.
That's what this is?
Can you do some? Like, it was just like, it was the morning. I mean, it was early. He was having his cup of coffee, but I'm like, I'm already like.
Can you just look busy? You're freaking me out.
But that is my husband. He's very chill.
Yeah. I think, if you think about that, I feel like we can list a lot more men that are all the good, powerful words and relaxed.
I was listening to a podcast I like, Jeff Lewis Live, and he had on Patty Stanger, the matchmaker, the millionaire matchmaker, for those of you who remember her from the old Bravo days. And they were talking about having your match. And can you, as a couple, they're like, go on vacation with someone, because if you go on vacation with someone, you'll know if you're at the same level, because there are people who like to go on vacation and just rest and relax.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who like to okay, get up and go. The day's a wasting. You know?
Yeah, that's true of friends too. We've done some vacations with friends and we might not be friends anymore.
Different ideologies. Like, we had different ideas about. I think you don't have to be one or the other. There are like romantic weekends I've had with my husband where I'm like, we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then when I go with my two of my best friends on our like hiking trips, it's like we all acknowledge we're getting up at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's packed in, we're planning it. We know what we're doing. They know I have to have a cup of coffee. I know they have to have a Diet Dr. Pepper. Like, it's just like, we know each other so well. We're ready to go. We get it. But then like, you don't always have to be that on vacation.
Yeah.
But like, everybody has to be on the same page.
That's a good example, because you have different vacations. You can be different people. There's a time for everything.
And that's being relaxed. You don't have to be the same person all the time.
Okay. There is a part of this that I think is the key. Hold on. Let me find it.
The key. Also, listen to that Wiser Than Me. Bonnie Raitt is.
That was a good episode.
So I have loved Bonnie Raitt since high school. I used to sit and smoke cigarettes and drink wine with my friend
were relaxed.
Rebecca on her parents' porch when they weren't home. And we used to listen to, oh my God, Bonnie Raitt Love Letter is like, oh, it just is the soundtrack of like me being 17. Anyway, so I've always been a big Bonnie Raitt fan, and she's just such a badass. And listening to her kind of talk about how she's, when she was in the industry, how she handled being a female in a very male dominated rock and roll industry, and how she's sort of relaxed into her age and who she is a really beautiful portrait of, I think, what we're speaking to right now. We'll link to that as well, but definitely go give that episode a listen, because I think it's great for younger people to listen to a woman who was in rooms where she had to speak up, just the culmination of her career and who she is as a woman and a person and her integrity.
All of those episodes are just, I think everyone, it needs to be like curriculum in school. They're just so good. And they're so wise, because they've lived it. They've seen the whole picture.
Yes. They have seen the whole picture. They are now able to suss it out and give you the Campbell's condensed soup version of all the goodness.
Yeah.
So if you're young and you're looking at TikTok for all the answers, you're looking in the wrong place.
The advantage, is that the right word?
Maybe not the wrong place is not right, but
yeah.
Listen to your elders.
Well, the value,
respect your elders and get off my lawn.
Yeah. The value of hindsight is immense.
Yeah.
Like, even over little things, and you look back at the end of it and you have that hindsight, and you can you see all the things you didn't see when you were in the middle of it. You can see behind all those doors. So imagine taking advice and hearing about the journeys of women who they have the hindsight on their whole lives now. Like, they are in the final act, and that's beautiful.
I see so much value in these particular conversations. And I would highly recommend you have these conversations with your family members. I think the value is in getting to the point a little faster, in terms of like not having to experience maybe so much pain, or not having to deal with like so much hurt or heartache or questioning. Like, I heard Cher in an interview, and she was saying, I was pretty badass, but I could have been more of a badass. Like I could have spoken up more. I could have said what I thought more. And I thought back to some of the things that have happened in my life where I really could have spoken up more. And the consequence wasn't as great or scary as I thought it was back then.
Yes.
It probably actually would have just pushed me further into the trajectory of where I ended up.
That's the value of hindsight. Yeah.
Do you think Cher's relaxed?
I mean, she seems relaxed. I haven't deep dived into Cher, but she seems pretty relaxed.
I love Cher so much.
That's wonderful.
A huge thank you to this week's episode sponsor, Kempt, a modern men's clothing store right in the heart of downtown Athens. I have to tell you that the minute Kempt opened, I ran in and I have not stopped shopping for my husband, JJ, there. He dresses head to toe in Kempt and he finally doesn't mind dressing up. Here's why. They have such a wide selection from unique and trend-forward styles to performance dress clothes, so dress clothes that your man is actually going to want to wear, to timeless classics. With a huge selection of comfortable jeans and pants, Kempt will help find the pair that you are going to love on him and he's going to love to wear. It's a win-win. I can attest this is the only place that I shop for JJ. I mean that sincerely. There's something for every guy in your life, no matter what his style is. Reach out on social media or shoot an email if you want to set up a styling appointment for your husband or partner. They're open 7 days a week at 175 North Lumpkin Street right here in downtown Athens. Or you can shop them online at kemptathens.com. That's KEMPT Athens.com. And give them a follow on Instagram at kemptathens. If you mention the podcast, you're going to get 10% off your next or first purchase. Y'all, take my word for it. Go shop Kempt and thank me later.
Okay, so back to where I was heading at the beginning of whatever that last conversation was. We get so off track. On track, but off track.
That's why people love us. We're at the table together.
We are at the table. This is a long dinner, not a quick bite. So at one point in the quote that I read, she substitutes relaxed with at ease. And to me, that phrase really is what I want to be. I want to be at ease with my position in life so that I am secure and confident in where I am, because you're always changing. You're always in a new phase. You're always, in a new drama. But I just want to be at ease with it and know it's a phase and know I'm doing the good work that I'm here to do, and just be comfortable, not constantly trying to out achieve myself or someone else, not comparing, and just comfortable with where you are. And a lot of that, I think, is being present and in the moment, like we've talked about a little before.
If we just melted into the moment a little more, we're a little more at ease with the moment instead of getting to the next thing.
Yes.
Oh, well, I got to get to the next thing. I think we would feel that practice would become easier.
Yeah.
Because you would be practicing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But instead, we are always on. I'm on the hamster wheel. I'll sit down to read. I actually thought about this over the weekend. I wanted to finish this book so I could give it to my mom before we both went on vacation. And I just wanted to finish it. And I'm like, just finish the book. And I was really enjoying the book. I'm like, just finish the book. And then I'm like, oh, I got to make lunch. Oh, and I'm like, I start like seizing.
Your circuits start like sparking.
Like, oh my God, the laundry. I forgot to turn the laundry over last night. Oh my God, it's probably mildewed. I need to run it right now. These kids are asking for lunch. Oh my gosh, it's so hot out. When are we going to go to the pool? What is the optimal time? Does the baby need to take a nap before we go to the pool, or should I just skip the nap? Is that going to be a nightmare?
At ease, Katie.
Read the book.
At ease.
And it's like, who cares about any of that? Just take a half an hour, read the book.
I know. I'm the same way.
Don't short circuit.
So yeah, at ease is, I've taken that, and that's going to be my new at ease.
Being present. When I asked JJ for that quote, I said, remember that quote you gave me the other day? I called him yesterday. I said, remember, I need to reference that quote. And he goes, may I ask what you need this for? That's how he said it.
Because he is at ease.
He's so at ease. And I said, well, I need it for this podcast. Brandy and I are going to record The Relaxed Woman. He busted out laughing so hard. He was like, "You're going to talk about being a relaxed woman?" And I was like, "Well, we're going to talk about trying to be relaxed."
He's like, "I've seen you."
But we teach women to not be relaxed. The pressure of it all. I mean, go on TikTok and Instagram Reels and watch these women's routines. Like this woman yesterday, she's an attorney, she's single. She wakes up at 4 a.m. to go run, and then she makes this big healthy breakfast. And it's like, we're constantly thinking we're not doing enough. We're constantly thinking that, that it's bad to lay in bed and have a cup of coffee for an extra half an hour.
And I think that at ease comes in too, where with your intake of social media or whatever is influencing you, being at ease with that and knowing I don't have to match all of these things. I don't have to do all of these things I'm seeing other people do. Like that's an at ease thing to me. You have to be comfortable with the effort you're giving or the changes you do want to make instead of just doing everything everyone tells you to do.
I loved when she's like, sleep when you need it, eat when you're hungry, like start to listen. I think part of this is to the natural rhythms of your body. Your body's telling you what you need. And just like we, kind of overthink our intuition. Oh, this doesn't feel right. Well, I'm probably, and we go into a bad situation or a bad relationship. Just like that, am I really hungry right now? Or am I just eating to fill some other void? Am I overly tired right now and I should have gone to bed an hour ago? What am I doing to really serve this vessel that has to get me through?
Yeah.
Because I would really like to meet my grandchildren and maybe my great grandchildren, just like my nanny did. That would be really special to me. So how do I treat this vessel a little better? Because the way, and even just sitting here having this conversation, I know the way that I live is probably not great for my heart,
my blood pressure,
my cholesterol. I ate a lot of those really good kettle chips this weekend. We went through 2 bags. They were a BOGO.
I went to my annual yesterday, so I have to get all the blood work.
Did you get the blood work yet?
No,
Did you
I have
check
to
your
go
My
do
Chart?
that.
Oh, you haven't gone to the lab yet.
I have to. And it's so weird how they do that. It's like, can we do that first and then just have the one appointment?
Yeah, they
and I
really
have to get
should.
a mammogram.
Oh, I got one.
I know.
Y'all,
Have
you gotten one yet?
No, you told me it was
the easiest
fine.
thing ever.
You told me it was actually empowering.
I did. I was like, this is great. It is.
I'm doing it.
And I was really nervous the morning of, and you can't wear deodorant.
Oh.
I mean, they'll give you wipes to wipe yourself.
Okay.
So you can wear deodorant, but like I didn't because I thought I took it very seriously.
Katie's
and
like,
I was
don't
like
record.
sweating all day, so nervous about. And I'm talking to the woman. I'm like, why do people? I'm like over the thing. I'm like, why do women complain about this? This is not bad. She's like, I don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking yesterday. I'm like, it is like 99 degrees today, and I decided to make my gynecology appointment for the year. I was like, I am hot and sweaty,
Swampy. Like
I need to do this in winter.
It's the Okefenokee down there.
I really was. I was like, why do I do this to myself? I'm going to get on a different schedule.
Yeah, I'm a January gal.
I don't know.
But they do it off of your last kid.
Well, my last baby was born in December.
Oh, you're way off schedule. Because usually you do it 6 weeks or whatever after you have the baby, and that becomes your new annual.
I just go when I can go.
All right. Go get your mammograms and go get your annual.
I actually saw a new lady. She was pleasant. It was wonderful. We chit-chatted. It was great.
While she was down there?
Yeah. Oh, she was talkative.
Oh, she was a chatter?
She was a chatter, but you know what? It distracted me. She knew what she was doing. She's a seasoned professional.
What are you doing on the 4th? You're like, oh.
And she was a very gentle. She didn't even say a little pressure, and I felt no pressure.
Wow.
I liked her.
I gotta get her.
It was good.
No, I have a great doctor. I love my doctor.
Yeah, go. Do your thing, ladies. I was at ease in those stirrups yesterday.
Good for you. And they're like, relax your legs apart. And you're like, knees are locked together. You're like, I'm in a death grip here.
There's only one time in my life when my legs are like this and I am relaxed.
And that's after a bottle of wine on date night.
Not in the doctor's office.
relax these legs down. I remember being like 15, getting my first pap, and I was like, what? Do what? Scooch down.
Oh my goodness. How long is that table?
It's the longest table in mankind. Couldn't they give us like a butt divot or something?
They do. They need a little butt, like on those bar stools sometimes that have the little butt indenture. They need that so you know you're in the right place.
Maybe that's our $1 million idea. We make a OBGYN table.
Maybe we shouldn't air that so no one steals our idea.
Damn it. Take that out, producers. All right. We are so off topic, which is...
Because we're at ease. We're living in the moment, Katie.
You know what? I like how we have really become present in this podcast, and now we're having fun. Because when we started...
Y'all, this one was a rough start. Not the content, just the technology was against us today. The devil was at work.
The devil was working hard. But I work harder, Brandy.
I know. We persevered and we came out on top.
How can any mom of 3 boys relax?
I don't know if it's possible to be a mom.
They color.
Oh no, those girls are mean. Or mine are.
Did I tell you the stand-up guy who talks about going over to his brother's house to help him like babysit his daughters? And it's just very funny because he has 2 boys. Or it's like he's getting all... We'll link it because it's so funny. Dave Seguro.
I don't know if we linked that one.
Oh my gosh. It is. I think his name's Dave Seguro. Something Seguro. So funny. Anyway, I'll link it. But I think having 3 boys, it's very hard for me to relax because someone is always about to get hurt, is hurt, or is about...
Or breaking.
Or hurting somebody else. Or breaking something.
It's just a cycle of hurt.
I cleaned up on Saturday. I think it started with a Journey juice in the morning. My son wanted a sip and he took it like this and then just dropped it. And he's like, the whole thing. It started that way. And then like by the end of the night, I poured myself a glass of red wine. I sat on the couch. Someone kicked a ball and it immediately smashed the wine glass. And in between those 2 events, the Journey juice first thing in the morning, the wine last thing in the evening, there were like 10 other spills. And that's just the spills.
Oh my goodness.
And I just was like, I can't take it anymore.
And you know, when these things
I'm not relaxed and at ease.
Well, when these things happen, it makes me think, is it really just me? Or is it just this whole circumstance? Like if you didn't have all that, you would probably be more relaxed.
I live in a circus.
Yeah. All right. So my takeaway is I am going to try to be more at ease and in the moment.
Okay, good for you.
Katie's like, I'm not changing a thing.
I'm going to be really honest. Here's how I seek this. Number 1, for me, getting away is really important. Mm-hmm. Getting out of town, I truly am a different person. I think when I'm on vacation, I'm able to be more at ease. I take things on the nose. They don't bother me. I'm just able to sort of let things go a little easier. Just even like when we were hiking and he bashed his head into a rock and we were terrified he had to get stitches, all this stuff. It was just kind of like, I was still very relaxed about it. Like I wasn't freaking out. I wasn't running to the ER. We were like, I was calling my friend who's a nurse. We were sending some pictures, went to the pharmacy, got some stuff, bandaged him up. It just wasn't that. I say all that because I think sometimes it is important just to get out of the element. People are like, oh, have a staycation. No, the laundry's there. The trash needs to go out. The insanity is still going on. But if I can kind of get out of that element every now and then, it's really nice.
Well, and your business is here. So I think you really have to just take away all but one thing that you want to focus on. You know, I'm not stressed out at work when I can only focus on work. But when I'm trying to do personal stuff and be a mom and everything all at the same time as work, then I'm stressed out at work. Same with home. I'm not stressed out at home if I'm just hanging with my kids and not trying to do chores and laundry and work and, 8 million other things.
But are you able to shut that side off?
No. At home. I'm the same. I'm only on vacation. I'm so much better because all the other things are taken away.
Right.
I'm not cleaning that condo for somebody else.
No. Heck no.
I don't know. Sometimes I have to do a clean right when we get there, depending on the state.
Yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb. I was pissed. We walked in. There was like someone had like slashed a coffee over the wall. Anyway, a lot of this reminded me when I was reading your notes on on the actual relaxed woman. And I went to her website. A lot of this, I've talked about doing psychosomatic therapy with my therapist, Jen. And I'm going to give the link to her because I've talked about her a few times now. And I really believe she does like a 6-week course, which is, I think I'm probably going to take it because I kind of want to get back into things, but it's BeHereNowMindfulness.com. And she has these courses and it really did remind me because the work we did together was about, I know I've spoken about this, but calming your nervous system down, that a lot of this isn't. And if you have trouble relaxing, it's not just you, like you're not a faulty mechanism.
And that's what I was trying to get at with your story about all the kids around you and the wine.
Right. You're not a faulty mechanism. You are not problematic. It is the world around you. It is the expectations. It is what you are exposed to on the daily, you know, and it's very, very hard. Or your past too plays into that.
But also once you realize you're not faulty, you're not the problem, you can be more at ease.
I think that's the permission sometimes we need to sit down for 30 minutes or to go on a walk. I will say in the wake of my dad passing, I was like walking out the grief and on Saturday morning, I was like, I'm going to go for my walk now. And our 3-year-old was just starting to wake up, which is terrifying. He's in a really hard stage. And I looked at JJ and I was like, I'm going to go on my walk now. He's like, okay, great. You know, I'm the only thing holding me back.
Yes.
Feeling like, oh, I need to be there. I should have been making breakfast or whatever. You know what? No one ate breakfast. I think they had cookies for breakfast. Who cares? It's Saturday.
I love a cookie for breakfast.
I do too.
My daughter will make oatmeal and chocolate chip cookies. Oatmeal, it's breakfast.
That sounds so good.
They really are with your coffee.
That sounds delightful. And it's oatmeal.
It's oatmeal. It's breakfast.
Giving yourself permission to take the time you need, I really and truly believe is half the battle.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
Carving that time out for yourself and making sure you're honoring what your body and brain are asking for and not just thinking about the next, because that domino effect will just, it'll make you implode. And I have imploded many times. Hey, baddies. Did you know you can now become an official She Did What Baddie supporter on Patreon? We have 3 tiers of support, and with each one, you get exclusive content. We're talking unedited videos of Brandy and I holding nothing back. You get access to short episodes such as Brandy interviewing me on my birthday, our take on the trad wife trend, and the very first time we ever tried to record an episode. And more are on the way. You get all of those episodes I just mentioned, plus a monthly catch-up episode where we talk about everything we love, loathe, are watching, reading, obsessed with, and what we're totally over. Plus, you get all the episodes, all the catch-ups, and a shout-out in the podcast credits as an executive baddie for the podcast. You'll be the first to hear news, events, and you'll be who we go to for polls and ideas. Go to the link tree on our Instagram page at Podcast She Did What to get straight to our Patreon and join today. You can also chat with us directly on Patreon. We can't wait for you baddies to see this extra content and enjoy the fun.
All right. Well, you're off to vacation. Go relax.
I'm off. I'm off to see the Greeks.
Oh, there's going to be some relaxing.
There will be.
I love it. I'll be here relaxing.
You will be? Are you having a staycation?
No.
What are you doing?
Just trying to relax.
Oh, okay. See? I'm like, what do you have lined up?
I'm just going to stare at the wall for a few hours. No.
We hope that you all
relax.
Are at ease. We hope that you all can find something good out of this episode that might help you.
For sure.
Figure out a way to end your summer a little bit more at ease.
It helped me. I hope it helped y'all.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot to think about.
We're so relaxed now.
I'm a lot more relaxed than we started this episode, and I was ready to throw in the towel.
We were.
I was about to throw my phone.
We were about to throw some things in here.
Throw bows, throw the phone. Well, we wish you all a very happy rest of your Thursday. Thank you, of course, for joining us. And we'll catch you next week on She Did What.
All right. Love you guys. See you later.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you enjoyed our conversation and can't wait to share another episode with you next Thursday.
Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. To keep up with the latest, make sure to follow us on Instagram at podcast She Did What. We'll be sharing updates, behind the scenes, and announcements you won't want to miss.
And if there's anything you'd like to share with us, whether it be a personal story or feedback on our episodes, you can leave us a voicemail at 762-499-2201 or head over to our website, shedidwhatpodcast.com. Also, feel free to leave us a review down below. We'd love to know what you think.
She Did What is hosted by us, Brandy Chandler and Katie Jacobs, and produced by Studio D Podcast Production.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next Thursday. And remember, it isn't always easy, but it sure as hell can be entertaining.